Alright, we're gonna get straight into the video. Alright, today's video, I have 3 main builds that I like a lot from the 2k26 my builder. Shout out to Joe Knows. I've been watching him since 2k9, a little bit of around the end of 2k19 all the way up to 2k25. I've been checking out a few of his builds that he's made. He's been releasing a lot of new builds back to back within the same day. It's just been so fast, and I have came across a few builds that I like a lot. When it comes to making builds, I care about whether the build can play defense, whether the build can play offense, can the build dunk, can the build have content dunks, can the build can the build do this, that, just a little bit of everything. I do not like builds that just do one thing and one thing only. And when it comes to having to do this certain thing on the court, that's their weakness. They just can't do it. So I came across a few builds that I like very much. I'm gonna go ahead and go through the build attributes and go through the badges. But for the first build, I'm gonna put it up on the screen right here. Okay, so we have a center build. This was the first build that I came across. The center build weighs 256 pounds and wingspan is 7'6". First off, for the first attribute, for the finishing, has 79 close shot, 67 driving layup, 87 driving dunk, 90 standing dunk, and 61 post control. The reason why I like this build a lot because it is like the same exact build that I had for my center build in 2K25, and the only reason why I like it so much is because I love a center that can set screens, that can finish in the paint, and most importantly, can go out to that 3-point line and shoot that ball. And now, since there's gonna be no RNG with that 78 3-point shot that I have for my popper, oh man, it's over. They can't leave me open. You just have to guard it. There is no more RNG where you just sit in the paint and you just wait for me to miss, because it's not gonna be like that no more. But then we have an 87 pass accuracy, 52 ball handle, and 27 speed of ball. Right here for the playmaking, everything is perfect right here. 87 pass accuracy. I don't know if the badge is a little bit the same. When you tick them up just a little bit more with the cap breakers, if your badges are gonna change, but I'm hoping they are. I'm assuming they are, because I figured that 2K26 is gonna be a little bit like 2K25, just gonna be a little bit of different things in the game. But 87 pass accuracy is perfect. Getting to the defense, we have a 71 interior defense, 36 perimeter defense, 60 steal, and 74 block. Me personally, I think this isn't the best, and it's also not the worst defensive attributes, but it's right there in the middle. For that 60 steal, if you know how to play in the lanes very, very good, you are definitely going to get those steals. But on ball steals, nope, I don't. You're probably not going to get any on ball steals at all, unless you have a ISO center that's going to try to ISO you to the paint every time, and you just maybe you could test it out sometimes and try to get an on ball steal on the big man. But for guards, that's rarely ever going to happen. The guards are way faster than you. Then for the rebounding, we have a 99 defensive rebound with an 99 offensive rebound, 84 defensive rebound. That is right there, perfect. Don't worry, you guys are probably wondering, why does it have a 99 offensive rebound and 84 defensive rebound? There's going to be cap breakers, so if you play the game often, throughout the seasons, I figured that the seasons at level 40, when you reach level 40, you get that cap breaker. You can put it on any attribute you want, so it's really up to you on what you want to put your cap breaker on. Then for the physicals, we have a 60 speed, 40 agility, 91 strength, and 77 vertical. Can't get better than that. This whole build is just it's right there at the sweet spot. It's not the best build, but it's also not the worst build. It's honestly, this is my play style, but if I also feel like there isn't any other popper build that I can relate to, then this one that I'm looking at right now, because all the attributes, everything that I'm seeing right now as I am looking at these attributes, this is this. I like it. I can get busy with that. I can do something on the court with that. I like it. I like it. I love how it looks. I like everything about it. So shout out to Joe Knows for that. Everything's perfect, and we're gonna get it right into the next build. All right. So for the PG build, 6'6" for the height, 195 pounds, and 7-foot wingspan. For the finishing, it's 69 close shot, 75 driving layup, 89 driving dunk, 40 standing dunk, and a 45 post control. So now this build is just like my PG build and a little bit of like my 6'4" PG build on 2k25. I still want to bring those same builds into this game, and I feel like Joe Knows included a little bit of the same builds from 2k25 to this my builder, and it works out very good. I was thinking that the 2k26 my builder was going to be a little bit different, and the builds were going to be way different from 2k25, which they are, but a little bit of the attributes still look the same as my other PG builds and my other builds from 2k25. And mind you, this is not me on the my builder. This is Joe Knows. So if you guys are probably wondering, okay, how come you didn't do this? How come you do that? This is just me going through the builds that I came across that I like personally. But the reason why I'm bringing this video to you guys now is because I figured that you guys might like, we might have the same taste. We might have the same things we might like too. We might have some things in common. So that's why I'm bringing this video out for you guys today right now. But for the finishing, we have we already went through the finishing. Finishing looks great. Like I said, cap breakers, you can boost your finishing if you want to. I'm definitely going to be boosting up my 89 driving dunk because I love to dunk over people in the paint. It's just, it makes me happy every time when I can just catch a body in the paint. It's just amazing. For the shooting, we have a 73 mid-range, 83 three-point shot, and 83 free throw. Right here is perfect. Especially with no RNG, right here is perfect. 83 three-point shot if you know your jump shot. 73 mid-range shot. Not sure. I'm not sure about the 73 mid-range shot, but me personally, I do shoot mid-ranges here and there. But if you know your jump shot very well, 73 three-point shot will feel like a 90. You know what I'm saying? And then we have an 83 free throw. This is perfect right here. 83 free throw. I cannot speak. 83 free throw is right there at his sweet spot. For the playmaking, we have a 71 pass accuracy, 90 ball handle, and 86 speed with ball. I'm assuming that Steve Francis will not be in the game no more, so you will not have to boost up your ball handling up to a 95 again just to get the Steve Francis left right. That's just who wants to see that all day. But overall, playmaking is perfect. Can't get any better than that besides the pass accuracy. The pass accuracy can go up just a little bit. 71 pass accuracy, I feel like at a 71, you can throw the ball a little slow down the court. But I feel like a 71 up to like all the way, it depends on the badge system, really. But you get Silver Dimer for that, though. Silver Dimer isn't that bad, but you also do get that plus max. You got to also remember that you get the plus max, you get cap breakers. 2K is giving you all these different things that you can use to make your badges better, make your build better, so you can perform better. On to the defense, we have a 60 interior defense, 85 perimeter defense, 91 steal, 74 block. 74 block, perfect. Can't get better than that. I mean, if you can boost it up, and tweak with the attributes a little bit and boost it up to maybe like a 78 or 80, go right ahead, do what you please. Whatever makes you happy. Then for the 71 steal is absolutely perfect. Me personally, I love to spam that X button. Okay, who doesn't like to get steals? 71 steal feels like it's not enough for me. I feel like I can definitely get it up to like a 95, 96, maybe maybe for 99 if I have the cat brickers to put it all the way up there. Then for the rebounding, come on now, like what PG is grabbing boards? Like, rebounding should even be included. And then for the physicals, we have an 86 speed, 80 agility, 50 strength, and 78 vertical. 78 vertical will definitely be going up if you want to tweak your driving dunk a little bit higher. It would just make sense to have a higher vertical if you want to dunk over people, because who's out here dunking over people with a low vertical, Then for the speed and agility is perfect. Since now, just by looking at 2K26 little clips, maybe sometime you guys might have seen a little bit of clips on TikTok or YouTube Reels. The gameplay is really fast, so for 86 speed, that's enough for you. And then for 80 agility, it doesn't even feel like agility. I never really feel the agility whenever I'm dribbling. I feel like if I was to make a PG build with a 90 speed with the 75 agility, I'll still be moving the same, and it just wouldn't make a difference. But that is all for this build, and we're gonna get straight into the last and final build that I like a lot. All right, for the last and final build, this is the same build that I just showed you guys and from the last slide. But it's a little bit different. The position is different. Small forward, and the height is 6'6". We go 200 pounds with 7-foot wingspan. The reason why I say it's kind of like the same because attributes, maybe it is different. For the finishing, we have a 62 close shot, 54 driving layup, 62 driving dunk, 72 standing dunk with a 32 post control. For the finishing, me personally, I look at this build as a park build, or I look at it as a park build or a ones build. It really depends on your play style. But me personally, I would never take this to the rec, especially with the finishing. Close shot is a 62. Man, I don't know what I might quit if I use the finishing in the rec with this or any type of 5v5 game mode in 2K26. For the shooting though, we have a 73 mid-range, 83 3-point with a 78 free throw. That's not bad at all. It's really not bad. I can't really say much about it. 83 3-point shots right there at the sweet spot. You guys already heard my opinion about the 73 mid-range and 78 free throw. That's not bad at all. Then we go straight into the playmaking. We have a 71 pass accuracy, 69 ball handle, 74 speed with ball. For 71 pass accuracy, you guys heard my opinion about that too. For the 69 ball handling, I'm not sure really. I'm not sure what to say about a 69 ball handle. I really think this is really a ones build, and I really think this is a build that you have to really grind out and really get all your badges and cat breakers in order to make this build to your liking. That's just me personally. Then for the 74 speed with ball, that's not bad at all either. Speed with ball, it's speed with ball in any other 2Ks. You can't really see the difference with the speed with the ball in the game. I've never seen it personally, but going into the next attributes, for the defensive attributes, we have a 60 interior defense, 97 perimeter defense, 94 steal, and a 74 block. Okay, at first, when I was looking at this build, I almost forgot why I like this build so much. And this is a lockdown build. Okay, this is a lockdown build. I don't know why I forgot. I never made a lockdown build, and I feel like this is a perfect example of how to make a lockdown build just by looking at the defense. The defense, everything looks overpowered when it comes to the defense. Then we're going into the rebounding. We have a 32 offensive rebound with the 57 defensive rebound. This is definitely a lockdown build for the 3s or the 5s, maybe even the stage. You're just guarding on ball, pretty much. Guard on ball. Make sure you're not corner ready to shoot that ball. Know your jump shot. When it comes to the 5s, play defense, play ball, get steals, help the team out, do what you got to do, hit your free throws. That's mainly what I see what this build is all about. And then going to the physicals. The physicals already know are crazy. We have a 89 speed. That's more than enough. With a 92 agility, 72 strength, and a 60 vertical. That's perfect. That's really perfect. I understand why there's an 89 speed. Only because when you're guarding on ball, okay? When you're guarding a PGs, you automatically should know that PGs are going to be fast. So if you're going to be a lockdown guarding a fast PG, you have to have kind of the same physicals as the PG. If you don't, you're already cooked, and there's no reason. You have no business even guarding on ball. Especially in the stage where you have people that are all just sweating. They're just sweating their butts off to get 2,500 VC. Sometimes even 100 VC. But yes, that's what this whole build is about. Lockdown build. There's nothing much I really have to say about anything else. I love all three of these builds very, very much. If you guys have any comments or have any opinions about the build, if you guys have any other say so about these builds that I picked out that I personally like, if you guys feel like there could be a few things that could be changed, go let me know. That can help me make my build better just by looking at this. Or if you guys just want to have your own opinions and and take the builds up to your liking, go right ahead. I have no control of that. It's your money. You know what I'm saying? It's your money. You spend how your money. You put your attributes on any attributes you want. But that is the last build that I have for y'all. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. I'm a small creator, trying to make it up to the other 2K content creators. I love playing the game of 2K. I spend hours on the game. Why not? So I just decided, why not record myself playing the game, just speaking on how I feel about the game. I love the game very much. We're just hopping on the game, just, put a smile on my face. But yeah, drop a like, subscribe. Let me know your guys' opinions in the comments. If you guys like this video, I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna like these videos also that I'm gonna put up on the screen right here, right up top. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoy my content. I'm happy to see my journey on playing NBA 2k26. And yeah, hope y'all have a great day. Peace.